The strongest warriors of the galactic dominion, the Drak'Nar, prided themselves on their battle-hardened traditions. Their reptilian forms, towering at 8 feet tall, were wrapped in thick, armored scales, and their society was built upon the philosophy that only the strong deserved to live. They had conquered hundreds of species, annihilating any who resisted. No enemy had ever made them feel fear. Until they killed her. Her name was Anna Petrova. She was nothing but a human woman to them, frail, insignificant. The Drak'Nar had attacked a remote human colony, Erebus 9, burning it to the ground. They had laughed as they slaughtered civilians, reveling in their dominance. When Anna refused to bow, when she fought back with nothing but her bare hands and a rusted knife, they tore her apart with claws and plasma blades. They left her broken body in the ruins, never knowing what they had just done. Anna Petrova was the wife of a man known only in whispers, a man whose legend spanned the darkest corners of human history. A man called Baba Yaga. Chapter 1. The Devil Knocks on the Door. The Drak'Nar High Lord, Varxol, was seated upon his obsidian throne when the alarms rang. Reports flooded in from the outer colonies, silent outposts, entire garrisons vanishing without a trace. Ships were found adrift, crews missing, their command logs showing only garbled static before the last transmission. He's here. Who? The Dominion was mighty. No single human could challenge them. And yet, the destruction was spreading. Then the first message arrived. A single audio transmission. I am coming for you. Chapter 2. The Ghost in the Dark. They sent their best hunters. The elite Bloodfawn Legion, warriors who had torn through entire planets, were dispatched to track the intruder. They never returned. Surveillance footage from their drop ship showed something impossible. A lone figure, clad in black, standing in the center of a battlefield filled with dead Drak'Nar. His face was obscured by a tactical mask, eyes burning with cold fury. His movements were swift, precise, knives, bullets, and sheer brutality carving through the strongest warriors in the galaxy as if they were nothing. No matter how many came for him, the result was always the same. A field of corpses. And a single message, carved into the metal walls of their ships. You took my wife. I take your empire. Chapter 3. The Fall of Titans. The Drak'Nar homeworld, Zarthan Prime, was the heart of their power. Its fortress cities were impenetrable, its armies numbering in the millions. No enemy had ever dared bring war to their capital. And yet he arrived. Alone. The planetary defenses should have vaporized him the moment he entered orbit. Instead, their automated systems shut down. Their warships turned against each other. Chaos erupted across the planet as their own weapons became tools of their extinction. Then, in the dead of night, the massacre began. He hunted them through the towering spires, moving like a shadow. No alarm sounded, only the quiet, wet sounds of blades slicing through flesh, the muffled screams of warriors too proud to beg for mercy. Varxol, the High Lord, locked himself within his throne room, surrounded by his finest guards. It did not matter. The doors exploded inward. A storm of violence followed. Blades flashed. Guns roared. Blood painted the obsidian walls. And then silence. Baba Yaga stood before the last Drak'Nar. His mask dripped with the blood of an empire. In his hand, a combat knife, still slick with the lives he had taken. Varxol trembled. He had faced gods of war and crushed them beneath his heel. But now, in the presence of this lone human, he knew true terror. A deep, gravelly voice shattered the silence. You killed my wife. Varxol fell to his knees. Please, I will make amends. We can offer. The knife plunged into his throat. No more words. No more Drak'Nar. Only death. Epilogue. The name they fear. The galactic dominion was gone. The Drak'Nar, once the strongest species in the galaxy, had been wiped from existence. And the name of their destroyer became legend. A whisper in the dark. A ghost among the stars. Whenever tyrants rose, whenever empires forgot the cost of their cruelty, a single warning spread through the void. Do not anger humanity. You might wake the Baba Yaga.